So today's topic is like how we can, like see the various techniques of NLP, like incorporating NLP in BI. So let's see what is NLP and BI first. So I think in my previous session, I have given like overview on BI, like how we can use different charts and all. So today we will be, like seeing more on the NLP side, like how effectively we can generate the NLP based queries on the BI. Okay. So, so our content is today, what is NLP? What is data analysis, expression, DAX in Power BI, and examples of NLP implementation in BI. Okay, so Priyanka had given a brief introduction of myself, but still I will a little bit, like go over it. So I have almost 16 years of experience, and data science is not my only domain. So I have been working in mostly digital transformation projects, in which include data science, AI, ML, and RPA, blockchain, and extended realities also. I am mentoring industry tech force for almost a decade now. I am also doing a doctoral research work, and like I have some of my white papers are highly acclaimed. Some of my hobbies are trekking and off-road biking. So this is about me. Without wasting much more time onto this, I will just go into the topic. Okay, so NLP is a field of artificial intelligence. So what does it mean? It focuses on enabling computers to understand, interpret, generate human language. So the natural language which we speak, we make computer to understand and interpret from it, and it generates the query or what computer understands a machine level language from it. So what are the applications of NLP? One can be language translation. So whatever, like since we are staying like in different regions, and we belong to different linguistic divisions. So our languages are also different. So we can translate using NLP libraries, like from English. If I want to translate to Spanish or French or Germany, I can translate using NLP library. Then information retrieval. This is a second application. So if the very big information is there, or very big article is there, if you want to search some and retrieve some relevant information from the article, for that also we can use NLP. Then conversation systems. So it facilitates the virtual assistant, basically what we see in the Siri, then Alexa, chat bots, building chat box. So there also NLP is used. Then text summarization can automatically generate summaries from very long articles. So if the article is very long, I can summarize the text and I can get the summary of it. Sentiment analysis, I can understand that from the feedback. Say I have a code feedback, or feedback on some products, or some recommendations. So if I want to see like how the feedback has come on the movie or any other product, say, so from there also I can do some sentiment analysis. Even like we can do lots of things in sentiment analysis. So we can check the Facebook data, social media data, Twitter data, whether any violence is there, that also we can check. So those things also can be done with NLP. Then named entity recognition. So NLP can be used to identify and extract named entities. Named entity means it can be the name of people, organization, or location, anything, any name. So NLP can be used to identify those names. Then part of speech tagging, that means it identifies the part of speech of each word in the sentence. So it tells like which word is noun, verb, pronoun, adjective, adverb. So all this part of speech it can tag in the sentence. Now, what are the techniques of NLP? So the first one is tokenization. So what we do, like if we are sending a sentence or a stream of text. So tokenization means when you break that system into small chunks or small words or small sentences. So that is tokenization. So these are some of the techniques. I won't go into detail detail for this because today our topic is implementing some of the NLP based queries, or how we can generate NLP based queries in Power BI. So we will just go overview of it. Stemming. So the next one is stemming. So where you understand the base word basically. So if the word is runs, then you can understand the base word is run. So it is like some kind of like past participle has been added to the word, or maybe like some past tense. If the past tense of the word is say broken, so we can understand the word is break. The base word is break. So likewise we can like stem some of the that is a stemming technique. Then parts of speech tagging. So this one I already said, like seeing the structure of the or the grammar of the sentence, you can understand that whether the word is noun or verb or pronoun. So we can tag the parts of speech. Then named entity. So this one also I said, like when it understands the name of the people, organization, location. Then the next one is dependency parsing. So dependency parsing means when it is understanding the grammatical structure of the sentence. That means, say if I say that I have given her a book, if this is my sentence, then the subject is I, and what is the object given what? So that is book. So the book is object. So this structure it is understanding. So from the grammatical structure of the sentence. So that is dependency parsing. Then sentiment analysis. So this one also I said, from the feedback it can understand, or from a sentence it can understand, from a comment it can understand that what kind of sentence, whether it's a very positive one or negative or neutral one. Word sense disambiguation. So here this means actually some of the words maybe like mean differently in different situations. So what does it mean? Suppose if I say you the word churn. Churn actually by the English meaning it is like the container where the milk is held or the milk is kept. But if I say that I need the churn rate report, that means I need the number of customers who has stopped subscribing. So there the churn meaning is different. So that is I think a good example. So there are many examples like this where the words are used differently in different situation. So based on the situation, it can understand, the NLP libraries can understand that what is the exact meaning of the word. Okay, then machine translation is, so this is a process of translating piece of text from one language to another. So this one I already said, like when we are, like translating from the, like linguistically. So from one language, we are translating to another language, that is machine translation. So these are some of the NLP techniques. So let's see like what is DAX, data analysis expression. So these are actually very basic expressions which we use in the Excel formulas also and in the Power BI also. So when we have a data set, the formulas we use to extract some derived metrics or some calculations, so or some quick measures, some time intelligence reports. So there these formulas actually come into play. So if I can say that sum of the total cells, so that is a very like the normal formula which we will use. And it is same as if you see like if and like here the people have used Python, then if we load a data frame in the data set in pandas, then we will see that we will give the name of the data set and we will put the column name. So here also similar kind of syntax is used. Then count of unique customers name. So likewise, these are kind of like the derived metrics or the calculated metrics which we will get from the data set. Then another example can be suppose the quantity sold is given and price of each quantity is given. Then you want to see the total sales. So you have to actually do the multiplication of price of each quantity and the quantity sold. Then you will get the total sales. So these kind of things when you get, that is like with the formulas that we use the DAX. So that is DAX formulas we use in Power BI. Okay. So here actually what we will do, so my purpose of this session is, or my objective, what I'm going to show is how I can use NLP to generate DAX. So DAX is a formula and you need some knowledge to, like write this kind of formulas. But what if I say that I just keep my natural text and I just write in English that give me the sum of total cells. So it will generate from my natural text to the formula and it will generate me the report or the value. It will return me the value. So that is my objective here. That is why I given an overview of NLP first and then the DAX. Okay, so let's go into the things. Some examples I have created. So I will show you the examples because hands-on will be great than going to the theory. Okay, so this is my first report. So for the interest of time, I have already generated some reports, but I will show this again. So what exactly I have done here. So now see this kind of visualization of this report I have entirely generated from the NLP query. And Power BI itself gives that feature. So they have that NLP feature where you can write the text and it will be converted to the figures, facts and figures from the data set. So here actually I have loaded sample data. I am not showing how to load data, but you can go there, get data, because in my last session I have shown these things. like how to load data. So you can actually take any kind of data set from here. So here my data set is CSV, so I have chosen this one. I have loaded it, and it was a kind of a clean data, little bit manipulation I need to do, like changing the sales value to decimal and all. Rest the data was clean, and I have just loaded the data. So this is my data, basically the sales data. Okay, and then what I have done, this kind of visualization I have created. So this is a very basic visualization, but I haven't used one formula also, or I haven't drag and drop any column from here. I have just used a natural query. How I have used it, I will show you. So let me go to the first one. So let me create another page over here. Okay, now I will go to here, question answer. So this is actually given by BI itself, and you can actually leverage this. But apart from this, I will show you how you can create your customized code also and append it to BI, call from BI. That is also one thing you can do. Okay, so if I ask, like, give me the country with highest sales, say. Okay, the country with the most sales, the country with the least sales. See, it is giving me some auto completion features also. So I haven't typed the full thing also, but I have just typed, like little bit. So let me give the highest sell, or you can put maximum sell. So this is a country with the highest sell. Now you can see that this has come already, the country USA. So if I just select this, so top country of the sales data sample by total sell. So if I select this, it is already giving me the options. So this is used. Now this is selected. So it is giving me the country name. It is giving me the value. It is giving me what it is. It is telling that it is a sum of cells. Now I need to give it a visualization. So if you see, already something will be selected here. It is still not selected. It is showing the question and answers only. So now I have to change this NLP query to a visualization. So how I will do it? There is a button over here, and it is given that you can see, turn this Q&A result into standard visual. So if I just do it, okay, now you see, if I select this, it is changed to the visual, and which one is selected over here. So by default, Power BI is showing me some option that you can select. Like, I haven't selected any visual till now. It has already given me options seeing the data, a multi-row card. So it has given me a KPI card. No problem. So I will just use it only. I will just use it and I will put it on the top. So this is what you can see in the first page also, what I have done here, and little bit of formatting I have done. So I have just, like increase the, like change the color. I have just, like increase the size of the font and all. I have given the effects of shadow effect. So all these things I have done. So I have changed the background color here. So this is a background color. So this, like this plug and play, you can do different things you can do with this card. So that is what I have done here. So if I just select blue, this is how the visualization is coming. Let me select a light color because the text is not visible now. So see, this is how it is coming. Okay, so I haven't done anything here, neither I have dragged any column and put into the values. I don't have to go through all this mess because I don't know like where I have to need to put the column. If I don't have that knowledge, say I am using Power BI for the first time, I am just giving my natural language and it is getting converted to the visualization. It is giving me the reports. So if you see here, this kind of visualization, the same thing I have created here. So the first one is the same thing, like the formatting is a little bit different. I have put a different format. So that is why the format is different, but it is the same thing. Now let's see this one, that the sum of cells. Okay, so let's create this one. So I will again take the questions. Okay, so now I will put sum of cells or total cells here. What is the, so I am just questioning it. I am not doing anything. Total cells in 2023. Okay, so most probably 2023 data won't be there. So it is showing blank. Let me see 22. Okay, so 22 data is also not there. It is showing blank. Okay, then what I will do, let me just see that what is the max year. So I will just see that max year here. Okay, so I am saying that only maximum I can get 2005 data. So in this data set, I have till 2020, like 2005 data. Okay, so now I know what is the max here. So I am just putting that what is the sum of cells or total cells in 2005. Okay, so now this is good. So this is what it has come again. And if I need to change it to visualization, I will again go and click this button. So it will give me a visualization and it is automatically choosing the visualization. That is one more thing. I am not choosing the visualization here. It is automatically choosing the visualization. So here also it has given me a card, only simple card, because multiple lines were not there, like USA and the sum of the sales value and the sum of sales. So it has given me a simple card. So I can just use it as it is, and I can put it here. Okay. So this is how you can use the like the natural language, and use to generate your queries. Okay, and use get the visualization report. Okay, now let's see another example. So I will again I will select Q&A. Okay, so now let's see that what I will select. Say what is the top 5 product line, maybe product line. So you can see actually the the what are the data points here, the columns here. Accordingly, you can select one. So I am seeing one data point is their product line, the column name. So I am just selecting from here. So top 5 product line, it has come, and see, if you see here, it has just given me the visualization. I haven't changed it yet, but if I change it also, it will give me a bar chart or column chart automatically. I'm not doing anything here. I don't know, if I don't know what I have to put in x axis, y axis, and other values, it is just generating the chart for me and giving me. So this is a great thing, guys, and I think everybody can use this. This is a great feature given in BI. So this is one thing. Then if I want to go and generate a map set, but I won't be using map, I will just give my natural language. So let me just put another thing, another question. So let me just put that top or country, what is the country wise cell say. Okay, so you can see that if I am doing some spelling mistake also, any grammatical mistake also, we can make mistake, right, by typing. So it is giving me the auto completion, and I can just select from there. So this is also another cool thing, that it is just when I'm typing, it is understanding what I'm about to type. So here also it is giving me a column chart. Now let me just change it to visualization, but here I don't need the column, and maybe I will be needing a map. So I will go and select the map. So see, without doing anything, like without even dragging the map, doing anything over here, the map is selected. Okay, now a little bit focus on this map. So I will do little bit, changing, like formatting change and all. Okay, so if you see some bubbles have come, now do two things I can do. One is that putting little bit increasing the bubble size, or I will just see that what is there in the size. So already in the bubble size, sum of cells is there. So the size is actually depending on the number of cells. So if you see here in US, the size is very big. That means it is the top 5 top country which is having the maximum cells. So it is in the highest order. So that is why the size of the bubble is little bit big. Now, if I want to see some classification again on this bubble, okay, so that is also very easy. And one thing you can do, like you can go here. So many things you can do basically. If you go here, you can see the map settings. Just open it. Little bit, my system is slow. So here it is, and then if you go to controls, you can bring a zoom button, so you can just on it. So then the zoom button will come in the map. So little bit, if you just zoom in, so you can see the name of the countries also. Okay, now one thing I will do here, I want to do here is I want to bring some other classification on these bubbles. Okay, so that is also possible. So I have to just go here, and I can do what I can bring product line. Say I want to see the cells as per the different products. So I am just putting the product line in this bubbles and in the legend. So you see that how now the bubbles have changed with the product line. So it is giving actually a pie chart. So the each bubble has been changed to a pie chart. So if you just go here and click on one of the slices, you will see the details are coming, like USA, what is the sector, it is the classic cars and the sum of cells. So everything is coming over here. So likewise, you can generate from the Power BI feature itself your query, and you can get the visualization. So this is one thing. Okay, so likewise, I have shown here also, like how I have taken 2-3 charts. So I have shown here in this segment. Okay, so this is one report. Let me close this. And guys, I can share this report with my GitHub link, in the GitHub link, but doesn't make any sense. Just understand the things. The code definitely I will share. So whatever code I have used, I will share. So just I will close this. unnecessarily why to open so many files. Okay, now the next file. Okay, now this is very interesting. So one part I have shown you how you can generate the query using the Power BI feature itself. Okay, now the another part is that how you can translate into different languages. So let us see that. Okay, now see, if you see here, I have created, let me just take it on the top. Okay, so I have created 3 buttons here. So how you can create button, you can go to insert and there you will get some buttons option. So I have just created 3 buttons here. So English, French and Spanish. Okay, and I have taken some Netflix data here. So the data is very clean. I haven't taken all the rows also. It was more than 10,000 rows. So I have just, like taken 19 or 20 rows and I have like loaded the data. So I had a Netflix data. I just loaded it. Okay, now if you see, if I click on these buttons, I have to do control click. So it is giving me this, like it is navigating to this page where it is showing the movie name and the description in English. So if you see, the description is in English here. Okay, now I will go back here. I will just select this French one and see everything is coming in French. Okay, and if I go here, if I select Spanish, then everything again is coming in Spanish. Now how it is possible? Okay, so I have a data, Netflix data, which was in English only, but I have done something. I have written some code and I have done something that it has been, like the language is changing to different language. Okay, so what I have done exactly, so I will go here, I will open the Power Query, so editor, so I will go edit query. It will take 1 minute, little bit, it will take the time to load the data. Now here I have used some customized Python coding, okay, and I have called that code from BI. Okay, so till the time it opens, I will go and show you the Visual Studio code over here. Okay, so if you see the text, the function is very simple. So I have used a library. So there are many libraries of NLP you can use. One is NLTK, then another is text blob. So I have used text blob here. You can use Specie also, text blob, NLTK, anything you can use. Okay, and there are official documentation available. So if you need to do something or study on it, you can go and a little bit refer to the code and you can use accordingly. So code is not the point. So what we have, like how we have incorporated here. Okay, so there, see, if I say, if you see here, I have just written a function, a plain function, and I will close the terminal. Okay, for now, I have written a plain function, and what I have tried that just return me in French. Now, how I will know this? Like the code also, like what is the language code? Okay, so if you go to text blob, this thing, sorry, so many tabs have been opened. Okay, so if you go to the text blob, the official documentation, you will see that there is a table given for all the code, like language codes. So for African, Irish, Albanian, so any language, all the code is given here. So you can just take the code and you can take the code from here. So for now, I have taken for French. I have used for Spanish also. I can show you in Japanese, or I am Indian, so I can show one example in Hindi also. So all this language code you can take from here, okay, whatever you want. So I have also taken the code from here, and the code is very simple. If you see, the syntax is very simple. It is just telling, I am giving it a text, and it is just telling that translate the text from English to French. That is what it is telling. And I have just tested one time the code that whether it is running fine. So I have just put like translate hello, and if I run this code, it is just giving me the French substitute of hello. So I don't know French how to pronounce it, but you can see in the print statement, the French substitute of hello is coming over here. See, this is a word which has come over here. Maybe it is salute or what, the pronunciation may be wrong. Sorry for that. So this is a substitute which has come for the English. Okay, even if I send like check for the Spanish, so if I give the Spanish code, so it is actually ES and I run this. So it will give me the Spanish substitute of the, sorry, I have forgot to save the file before running. So it will give me again the French substitute only. If I run now, it will give me the Spanish translation for this hello. So this is how it is working. Okay, so this is a very simple code. Now what I have done here is I have written the same code in my Power BI. Okay, So if I go here now, what I have done in the Power BI. So this will be very interesting. So my editor will be must be open. What I have opened, the query editor. Now the data is loaded. Okay. So if you see here, first one I will show you the run Python script. So what I have to do basically, I will go here and I will run Python script. Okay. So now I've already some scripts are recorded here. So I am showing from here itself. Okay. So here you can see I have just copy pasted from that function and I have put it here. What I am doing, since this data which is loaded in Power BI, it already tells, like when you open the Python script, it already tells that that variable is data set. So that is a variable name where the data is holding. So what I am doing is I am creating one more column for data set. I have put Spanish description and then I have just applied this translate function. So this translate function before applying, I have tested in my Visual Studio Code and it was running fine. So the same thing I have copied over here and I have applied translate. So what it is doing, whatever description it is having over here, it is like sending one by one and it is just translating and returning the value in Spanish. Okay. So here the code I have given as Spanish. So this is what it is doing. So the same thing I have done for the French also. So let's see the French code also. So here you can see that I have done the same thing for the French also. So I have just, copied the same function and instead of ES, I have put FR now and it is sending me the description in another variable. I have taken another column name. So now it is giving me in French description. Okay, so this is what it is doing. Now, when I return this code, it is returning me like this. So when I run this code, it is returning like this table. So I will generate one more code over here in front of you guys, and maybe I will put Hindi this time. Okay, so let me just show you the table first. So it will take little bit time. Now what I have done is instead of putting the same function again and again, first of all, you can make the function generic. So you can send the language code also in what you have to return, that also from the query itself. Like you can make it dynamic. That is one thing. Second thing is that instead of I will use the same function again and again, what I will do here, till the time the table opens, I will show you. I will just go here. I will open my another folder, and this time I have created a package. Okay, and if you see here, so I have created a package because if you see this file, this is a class file, init.py. So this means that this is a package. Okay, and if you see here, I have used various kinds of things here. So I have used Japanese, I have used Hindi. So I can do I can already create these functions and keep it over here, so that I can just call it from my package only, so that I don't have to write the entire function. So what I have done here is, so if you see here, this package I have kept in my site package. So I will show you the folder. So this is actually, no, this is not the folder. This is a folder. So in the Python, inside the Python, where all the libraries are loaded, that is a site package folder. So where you can keep your own package, customized package, so that in the Power BI you don't have to write the entire function. You can just call it from the package itself. So here I have actually created this package and put it in the site package folder. Okay, so now I will just call these functions. Okay, call this function. So how I will call? So if you see here, let me just see another file, open another file. I will just call the package and I will put that code. Okay, so I will just open another file in some other folder. I think I have done that coding, but just checking. Okay, so here if you see here in this file, let me open it first. Yes. So if you see here, now I will be just using these 2 lines of code. So instead of writing the entire function, I will be just using 2 lines of code, like from NLP package input translate as trans, because already I have kept my file name as translate. So whatever the functions I have written there in translate, I can call all the functions. Okay, so if it is a Hindi, then I will just call it the same function name here. So trans.translate to Hindi, that is what I will call. Okay, so I will just copy this entire thing over here. Okay, let me go to my Power BI editor. So now what I can do is I can transform. So already I am in transform. I can run Python script. Okay, and I will just use the same syntax over here. So this is I am calling the package from my site package. So all the functions are already there, nothing else I have to do, and I am just applying on this data set. And this time I am putting Hindi description, and I am just applying, like sending the Hindi description is, it is using the Hindi code only. So this is what I have to do, only this. Okay, so I am just clicking OK. So now it is running and it is translating all the data there in the description to Hindi. It will take some time, guys. So 2 to 3 minutes it will take to, like call the NLP package and translate everything in the description. So after this, I will show you one more like Power BI report. Okay, so it has come now. Okay, now if you see, this is how we are getting the table. Okay, now if I click on the table, so this is how actually you can write your own customized NLP function on your data set, and you can do everything. Like you can do a sentiment analysis, you can translate the language, whatever application I told you NLP, that can be done. You have to write your customized function, and that is the reason I am showing this example. You can keep it in your side package and you can call directly from your side package. Even you can write a very class object like oops concept. In the oops concept also, in a class object style also, you can write the entire package, and like you can just use that generating the object. So that is also fine. So but here I have just used plain functions. I'm calling plain functions. So it will take some time. So after this, one more example is there, that is a sentiment analysis. So we will see a small data set, and we will see how we can generate like some code and do the sentiment analysis in NLP, and put the same thing in Power BI. And you can change, like you can write some customized code also to write some customized like functions to change your natural language to the query itself, so that you can generate some pandas query or SQL query, and you can return it to BI. That is also possible. So here already we are using the Power BI feature itself for changing the text to the query, but you can generate your own customized function also. Okay, so if you see, it has come now. Now, if I just go a little bit on this, like hover on this data. So let me just show you. Okay, so first one is, see, you can see the English description. Then these ones already I created before, the Spanish description, French description. So I don't know that maybe any Spanish guy or French guy, if they are here, they can tell whether it is correct or not. This is a Hindi description which has come, like I used just now. So I have like generated it just now. So this is how you can generate different translation of your data. And once it is done, I will go up close and apply. So now this column will be coming to my Power BI dashboard, where I can create some visualization again. So this is my dashboard. Okay, so apply changes. So it is loading again the data set. It takes little bit time, like 2 to 3 minutes, based on your system configuration also. So right now, so many things are running on my system. For that, my system is bit slow. So for that also, it is taking much time. Okay, so till the time it loaded, I will just show you the another data set I have created for sentiment analysis. So because the time is very limited, so let me just go into the a normal CSV file. So this is a data I have myself created. So it is kind of like the restaurant name or the food place if you're going and dining place. And you have given some customers, I have given some feedback like food is great, I highly recommend it. So different kinds of text I have put here. I will definitely come here again. The service was terrible. I was very disappointed. The food was mediocre at best. So some of the feedback I have given, and I will use this data only. Let me see. Sorry, guys. Sorry. It is still loading. Okay, so let me go to the another report. So here actually, like I will try to load this data set. So two ways you can load it. Okay. So one way is that I will delete this one. I don't need this. Okay. So one way is that you can go and enter data. Okay. And you can just go and copy this, because it is a very small data set. So you can just copy this and paste it over here. So in that way, you can load the data. So if you go here, paste it. So the data is actually loaded. Okay. So now if you just go here and load it, it will be coming to your dashboard. Okay. This is the one way of doing it. Okay. Now another way can be, okay, now I think it has come. I will just close this. See, the Hindi description has come now. Okay, so what I can do is, like this English page only, I can select another like table, and I can just select the title, the movie title or the show title, and the description, Hindi description this time, and I can bind it to a button over here. So this is how I can do it. Okay, you can use the bookmark also to bind the things. Okay, so let it load first. It is still loading. Okay, so let me go over here. So this is one way of loading the data. Another way can be, so Power BI itself gives you like about 90 plus kind of data sources where you can load the data. So if you go here, and it will take some time to again load here. Okay, so if you just type here Python, okay, you can see the Python script is here. Okay, so if you just go to the script, you can load, like importing pandas also load the CSV. That is also one possible way. So you can write the function here that import pandas as PD, and then you can give that df equal to PD dot read underscore CSV, and you can give the CSV path. So this is also another way of doing it. Okay, so if I give the path over here, it will be loading the data, and I will just give the file name. Okay, so I have given the path of the full file name. Now I will just run OK. So now it will again, like take to some time to load the data. Even if you have the Seaborn library like already installed in your system, then you can use the SNS dataset also. So SNS also have many datasets. The Seaborn has many datasets. So that also you can load like this. So now this has come, the data frame. So you can see this is the data which I was showing you here. This has come over here. So these two ways, like any way you can load the data either through pandas or like this. So I will just go here. Sorry, I can't see this button. So I will just press load. So this is a clean data, so I need not to transform it. So I just load it. So I have shown you three ways of loading data. Either you go and like load the CSV text file directly, or the Excel file directly. Any kind of data set you can use here. Then one way, if the data set is very small, you can just enter the data also, copying and pasting it. Otherwise, you can write the pandas, and if you have the data frame, you can use the data frame and you can load the data. So all the ways are possible. Even you can use the R script also. So I think you have seen this R script is also here. So again, language is not the constraint. So you can go and do it in any language. It is just the syntax. Okay, so now you can see that two kinds of data has come here. Now, if you see here, I want the sentiment also here. So I have written a function, small function. So what I'm doing is here, I am doing, and this function is also in my sub package, site package. So what I am doing the same thing. Again, I have used the text block. So I was actually testing the data also various ways. Now what I am doing, I have done with two things. If you see that two functions are there. One is get sentiment, so which you can call and directly send the text. You will get the polarity, like whether it's a positive value or negative value or neutral. Like that, you will get a polarity to understand that whether it's a positive feedback or negative feedback. Otherwise, see, these syntaxes are very clean. So nothing to worry about it. It is just you can go to the official documentation of this library and get this code. The code is not the thing. The code you will get in Google. So just understand what I'm doing here. And another function is there where you can send the data frame, and you can just return a data frame with the sentiment column also. So with another column, the third column, that is a sentiment column. So that also you can do. Now I will do it using the first way. So I will be using like get sentiment. I will just send the feedback and I will return the sentiment. So the way I have done for the last one, the same thing I have written over here. If you see, I have just imported it from the package because this class or these functions are already in my site package. So I have imported the entire thing from my package and I have applied the function. So let me just copy this code. Okay, so I will go again to the editor. So here I will go and do the edit query. So this will open again the Power Query editor where I can transform the data. Okay, so if you come over here and transform it, I will be again using Python script. So it is that simple. So you can use your customized coding and you can just, like add it to Power BI. Now I am just putting these two lines of code where I'm just calling this function. So I have imported this function already from my package and I'm just calling this function and I'm sending this feedback column. Okay, so I will run this. Again, it will take some time, guys. So let me go to my first data set. I am just toggling between dataset, please don't mind, because it is taking little bit time to load. And so if you see here, okay, now the Hindi description has also come. So if like this, if you create a page, new page, and you bind the button with that page, it will be done. So you can show the Hindi data also. Okay. Okay, so if you just go here in the home, some protection is there, that is for this privacy warning comes. So if you just go here, if I select one button over here, if you see here you will see that in the action, I have just navigate to the page. So this is what I have done. So for English, I have a navigate to this English page. For French, I have navigate to the French page. And I have taken in that case the French description. And for Spanish, I have navigate to the Spanish page. So this is what I have done. Now here, one more thing you can do. That is also one good thing, like you can just, like generate very quickly, which can take little bit more time in the other like visualization tool. So let me just use this word cloud. Okay, page name. And if you see, this is showing here word cloud. It generally doesn't show. So if it just doesn't show, you can go to the get more visuals and you can load it from there. So get more visuals window will open. There you can search word cloud and you can load it from there. I will take 5 more minutes just showing one thing. So this is a word cloud you can select from here, then it will appear on your dashboard. So here it is appearing. So now I won't select this word cloud. What I will do, I will again put some question answer only. So because I am showing here my natural language, so I will be trying to put some questions only, like popular castes. So I am just selecting here, it is already giving me autocomplete. So it is showing me the data. So like these, actually, if you see, in the tabular format, it is coming. Now I can change to the visualization. So I will just click this button. Then also it will give me like a tabular format only. Let me bring it little bit on the middle. Anyway, just I will select it and I will send it to the word cloud. Change it to word cloud. So here you can see how beautifully everything generates, and from the data itself you can understand that these names have have been casted in most of the shows. So the names which are in bold and bigger, so these names have have been casted in bold of the shows. So I didn't have to use any query over here, neither I have to write anything. I have just put the natural query and it has given me a cloud like this. So this is again and one more thing to do. And if I go to my another set, so I think this is done now. So if you see here, the table is generated over here. I will just go quickly here. I will show you the table and I am done. Though it's a small data, but my system is a little bit slow for that. It is taking time. So guys, I will complete over here. I think you get some insight on how to use NLP with your Power BI platform. So if you see here, the sentiments have come now from, and it is a return from my NLP function basically. So from the basically on the words given here, it has understood that whether it is a positive or negative remark. So if you see food is great, it's a positive remark. I highly recommend it is a positive. But again, I will definitely come here at 0. I think it hasn't understood from the word it is searching from this text. The service was terrible, was negative, and I was very disappointed. So most of the things have come fine. So AI is again, it is not 100% accurate, but I think most of the data have been coming fine over here. Though I have used a very small data set, but if it's a big also, I can see that a maximum will come fine. Depending on the word it is searching in the text. So that is how I will end over here. Mostly I have try to cover everything, the translation, sentiment analysis, what we can do with NLP, and even from text to query things. I hope that it gave you an insight. So I will take the question answers.
Before we proceed to answer your questions, I would like to request the attendees to please fill in the poll about the feedback, as it helps us to conduct more such sessions.
Okay, we can insert a specific chat table of it in KPI and Power BI. Image in the specific, yes, you can do. You can put it in the icon basically. So you can format the data and you can do that. The image you can put. Any image you can, incorporate in the Power BI visualization. I know it's a different software, thus Tableau also provides this feature. See, Tableau also you can do this. I don't know about incorporation of NLP in Tableau, But the things, the most of the, like the maps and visualization I have shown, like the word cloud and all, it will be little bit difficult in Tableau because the number of lines of coding or the like the functions will be more. So that will be little bit, like tedious job. In Power BI, it is very easy. Can we do that converting to Indian language? Yes, you can do that. Like you need to know the language code basically. So I don't know like what you meant over here. Is it from only from like for the Indian languages like Hindi to Tamil or something like that? Then we need to check the code for those languages. Okay, so if the code is present, you can do that. Or any other library, if you need to incorporate for like a plugin for the Indian language, I think it will be done. Okay, will the presenter provide the example? So if you need this workbook, I can share it, but I think understanding the concept is more important. These are just some practice workbook. The NLP code I can provide you, but again, the NLP code are very basic code. You can find in the text blob official documentation also. How to link the Python script to button? Python script I am not linking to button. Even like if you want to link the Python script, you can see here and try over it, though I haven't tried it. If you see here, Python is there. So if you select one button and you try to control it, you can try it, give it a try, but I haven't tried it. Honestly speaking, I haven't tried it. Okay. So can we translate TV shows into Hindi? TV show names, see the show names, it is a title, right? It is a name. You can try to convert it, but I think that for the same reason I didn't convert it because it's a name. So that is why I have converted the description. How can we? You can try it. You can give it a try. Just sending the TV show like the title instead of description. How can we add here data source? You can add all the possible ways. I showed you like get data, and there are 90 plus ways you can add the data source. Little bit late join, sorry for that. I want to ask why, how we link NLP Python script with Power BI. You can check the YouTube video. I think that will be like, and then again I have to explain everything. Very sorry. How to call Python library in Power BI editor, that I have shown already. You can again see the link, like the video. Can this geolocation based on IP, latitude or longitude? No, I have just used the country names. You can use anything, latitude, longitude. If you have those data, you can use it. Okay. Is there any other method to call instead to put in the site package? See, I have used the normal method also. I have copy pasted it, and I have just like referred the method name also from the site package. So both the ways I have shown you. Where is the intervention of PowerShell or Power Query? So Power Query, see, this is not the session. This was not the session for Power Query. So whatever Python code and whatever we are doing here, it was actually generating a Power Query in BI. So that is what it is getting interpreted in BI. So we explicitly didn't have to write any Power Query. You have to just, like we are using the, how we can use the natural language and change it to query. How to keep yourself updated with technology? That is up to you. You can go and learn as many things as you can. Again, I will say language is not a constraint. You can go and try it with R also, the same thing. Difference between PowerShell and PowerShell is a different thing. Power Query is the formula which is we are using in Power BI. So all the data analysis expression we are using. So that is Power Query. Can you give us some task on the basis of different levels? Okay, so task, you can check, like you can, like just plug and play and practice on different data set. That is the only thing you can do. I am also doing the same. Is this support PySpark code also? Yes, any kind of code it will support. Any Python code you can actually incorporate over here. So if you just import the PySpark library and write the code, you can incorporate the same here. Is this tool free? Yes, it is free available. Some thing is like license is required or some cost is associated, but everything whatever I have shown you is free so far, so you can use it. Where we can learn Python script from? Python is like very easy to learn. There will be enough tutorials on it, so you can go and learn on Python. Where we can write Python script for sentiment analysis. This is also like enough tutorial is available for sentiment analysis, Python script, top and how to top n and others in Q&A. You can put like top countries, top country wise cells. That way you can put and it will be automatically generating the queries. Where we can learn Python script. Yes, you can learn. There are enough libraries, enough tutorials available. how we can merge multiple. These I have shown in my last session, so you can refer that to merge multiple data set, how to create relationship. This thing I have shown. One more thing you can just make sure that while like you are incorporating Python script, you go to optional settings, and here you just check that your Python folder, like where your Python is installed, that is referred or not. So that you have to refer. So if it opens, I just show you, because I am already doing it. So for me, it is already referred. So say here the Python folder is already referred for me. So this is a version I am using, Python 3.9. So this is already referred. So wherever your Python is installed, you can put in the command prompt where Python, the command, and you can take the path and put it here. So that is the only thing you need to check before you are using Python script or R script. So for R also the same thing. We have to refer the R folders. Okay, guys, I think I have given you some insight today. I think you can practice. Happy coding. Thanks a lot. Thanks everyone for joining.